Here we are outside the Lion and Tusk Museum on a nice sunny weekend morning. I'm going to take you for a little tour of our CQ store. The Lion and Tusk Museum is the last museum in the world featuring Rhodesian and Zimbabwean history outside of Africa. Running this museum costs us in excess of 40,000 New Zealand dollars a year. And so our main points of fundraising are trading through the CQ store, financial membership and generous donations. There will be some links to these during the course of this video and at the end. So that's a brief look around our little shop reception area here. I'm going to take you through in a bit more detail. As you can see, we've got Rhodesian recruitment posters, copies thereof that we produce. There's blazers that we also make. That one's an RLI one. A land survey map from 1977, very detailed. We have various books for sale. All this stuff can be seen on our, or most of it can be seen on our CQ store page, and that link will be shown up during the course of this video. We produce mugs featuring various unit badges, tourism posters, etc. For the local golfers, come in and get your practice balls, please. These are donated to us. Shot glasses, various units, flags, bumper stickers. We've got a huge selection of medals, some of which we produce here in New Zealand, mostly Rhodesian, but we do have a few South African medals that we've been requested to supply more recently in New Zealand when South African members of the fire brigade and the police have been given permission to wear them. That's the museum in there. We're not going to go in there today, but that's what all this is about. Everything in there is what we do this fundraising for. Embroidered caps. Our embroiderer is a business just across the road. We try to manufacture or source as many of our goods as possible locally. Those are blazer badges. Some are very high quality bullion wire badges. There's going to be a bit of problem with refraction off the glass here. And talking about manufacturing things, here we've got key rings made from Rhodesian and Zimbabwean coins, various other key rings, and even some accessories to key rings in the form of mini carabiners. We produce some very unique products. We produce our own Rhodesian camouflage cloth, from which we manufacture a number of goods. These items on show here now are made in order to use up small pieces of cloth that are left over. We don't like wastage. On screen there now we've got some useful little neck bags. We call them chikwama neck pouches, which is chikwama is a Shona word for bag. Those are made from scraps, very useful for your passport, telephone, or just some cash, and shove it down your front, secure. Credit card, key fob. Down there we've got metal pouches, so you can keep your metals nice and safe in an appropriate pouch. They're well padded. As far as manufacturing stuff goes, this is all manufactured here from Rhodesian and Zimbabwean coins, necklaces, tiki bracelets, penny necklaces. Trying to get these in focus here for you. Flame lily earrings and necklace. Presentation boxes with lapel pins and cufflinks and tie pins. Down here we've got an assortment of badges and so on badges. There is a new product of ours, which is rings that have been made from Zimbabwean and Rhodesian coins. All badges and so on there. We can have difficulty with the reflection of the grass. And down at the bottom there we've got a few Nepalese cookery products. We've got more glasses there. Beanies, different sizes, different styles, different badges. Berets, we do probably every Rhodesian unit we can cover. Some of the badges are originals. Those Rhodesia Regiment badges are originals. Those Grey Scouts badges are produced here in New Zealand from sterling silver. Ditto with the RLI. We've got two styles of RLI beret. We've got the original Titan green, as it was known, and because that was hard to get, we're the only people we know with Titan green berets. The RLI Association adopted the Australian Commandos beret, which is a slightly lighter green. We've got both styles. Armoured Car Regiment, original sable badge. The bulk is made here in New Zealand. Original RAR, sterling silver, New Zealand manufactured. Slew Scouts, SAS, New Zealand manufactured. Selection of surf hats at the top with the wide brim, and bucket hats, or floppy hats as we used to call them. Reproduction of the one of the Rhodesian mine signs. They're a bit of fun for your garden. Camo manufactured goods. Other polo shirts, t-shirts. Rhodesian copy rugby jerseys made here all only the cloth is imported. The rest of the work's all done here. The old khaki PT shorts. Some high quality embroidery on caps. Those badges are too big to be sewn directly onto the cap, and so we just sewed some blazer badges on. Ties, SAS, our own camouflage tie, Rhodesia Regiment. Up there we've got a slouch hat that's waiting for a new owner. Once we know what the owner wants, we'll put the appropriate badge on the side of it. BSAP cap. A lot of our stuff's all done by hand. All the berets are made up by hand. The flashes are hand sewn on. This is a new product that we're assessing the market of. It's a crossbody shop bag, manufactured in cooperation with our friends in Australia at Platypus Outdoors. We're very keen to hear from anybody that's interested in this item, because we're assessing whether it's worth manufacturing it or not. There's going to be a big outlay to manufacture it. Just give you a bit of the blurb there. You can hold your frame and have a read of that. This little display here, this is all bits of odds and ends that aren't for general sale. Seconds, a couple of the early key rings that we were making and experimenting with different styles. These things here aren't on our website. They're just for people to come in and see what they like. There's a bling beret there. That was a beret from quite a few years ago that was a batch that we bought that were the wrong colour, and we've sold most of them by blinging them up and selling them on a local auction site. That's the last one. Keen to see that go. Of course, we've got our annual calendar. We're down to the dregs now. A few more posters and things around the top there. Bumper stickers of unit badges. That there's our visitor book. Goes back quite a few years. A lot of people fill their details in there. That gentleman there is a fine example of early Rhodesians. Major Mac, as he was known in circles in Nyanga, went out to Rhodesia in 1927 and lived out his life there to the fullest. That's him at KG6 barracks and at the beginning of World War II. And that's what it's all about, folks. Please support us. Thank you.